going on over here? Same thing as before, where if you look here, you're seeing, here we go. So this is a green candle before we had our big red candle breaking below the level, then our next candle breaking below the break line. But if we look over here, right, and also here, these two regions here, right, very, very telling what was going on with the 5-minute orb, right? Very telling what was going on. So again, we see a lot of blue delta. The numbers themselves are not important, right? Once you get comfortable with order flow, you can skim the delta. You only need to understand the delta at key levels, right? The numbers themselves are not so important other than finished auctions, which I'm going to go over. But when you see a lot of positive delta, a lot of blue delta inside of this zone, and we broke below the zone, we broke below the zone, right? So a ton of aggressive buying over here. So at this price point, so this price point here, this was roughly, call it 68.49, right? 68.49 like this, right? So let's just label this. So 68.49. What was going on at 68.49, right? It's a very simple recipe. We saw aggressive buyers. This is the 5-minute orb, by the way, right? So the 5-minute opening range breakout, for those who trade that, this is the first 5 minutes. So 9:30, 9:31, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, right? So this is the 5-minute orb. If I'm going to put in yellow, this is the first 5-minute orb, right? So 68.49, Thursday, the 13th of November. Aggressive buyers break below the zone, right? So what does that mean? If these aggressive buyers at 68.49, if they were successful, they would have broken above this level, right? We would have seen price, in theory, if these buyers were actually successful, they would have broken above the level, right? We would have taken longs. But the fact that we broke below the level once and then twice, that shows you aggressive buyers were hitting the ask, but we saw a break below. So what this means is this is an absorption, right? What does absorption mean? Absorption is a fancy way of saying who is in the most pain in the market, right? Who hasn't been rewarded? Who is being aggressive and who is failing? That is how you determine your direction. That is how you determine if a fair value gap is going to hold. That is how you determine if an opening range breakout is going to be bearish or bullish. You're looking for aggressive buyers to fail. Price breaks below. This confirms your entry that the aggressive buyers haven't been rewarded, right? This means at 68.49, there was a passive seller, right? Because we followed these 3 steps over here. And it's that simple. So I don't think it's complicated. I mean, a 5-minute orb, you know, or whatever, 15-minute orb. If it was a 15-minute orb,